Okay, delts and core session. Only a tiny bit of core at the end of this one because our abs were killing and we couldn't actually do it all. So we thought, you know what, we're going to rest it up and heal. So to start off, the shoulder press, the dumbbell shoulder press. I like both barbell and dumbbell shoulder press. The downside being though with barbell is, you know, if you've got any uneven sort of strength across your muscles, say the left arm is weaker or something, or you've got an overactive trap or whatever on the one side, you know, you're not going to be able to hit that properly. So instead we got the dumbbells here, which is great. I love it because both arm works hard. That negative really makes it work, slowing that negative down, power it up, but don't lock out. The only bit here though is I drop out of the top bit a little bit quick. Oh, that wasn't too bad. The other ones weren't so good. See, it drops out and then it slows down loads. Really, you need to be slowing down from the very up. And then you want to be stopping about horizontal, about there. Boom, get it up. You can go lower, but with heavier weights, I don't find going your elbows lower than your shoulders is much good. It's a nice stretch and all that, but I would keep the weight at a lower one so you can control it better and stuff like that. That was hard work, that was. I love doing it. And that was only with a 25 kg weight. You know, I can go up to like 45s maybe and stuff like that and do shoulder press, but it just goes to show this rep range of about 8 to 12 and 4-second negatives. You don't need those big weights. Again here, just small weights, just the one plate on here. But the burn with that 4-second negative, the burn building up on this one was crazy because you're not locking out. So you got to burn there on the way down, straight up. So you're burning, don't lock out, still burning. Crazy. I loved it. It was awesome, this one. A lot of stupid faces going on from me again, as usual. Nice and slow and controlled. It was a lot easier to control this one because it's all on your shoulders. When you're in the seated dumbbell press and stuff like that, you know, so it's taxing on, it's harder to breathe, things like that. Because of the pressure on your back and on your core, you've got to keep all that tight and strong. Whereas on this one, you're just laying back in that chair and it's just all on your shoulders. It's awesome. You don't even really have to hold on to those grips. Like I do a lot, is I open my hands up and I'm just pressing up off my palm. And it's awesome. And the burn, there it is. Oh, it's killing. It slowly fades away. Okay, and then onto the lateral raises. The lateral raises I love doing, but again, with that 4-second negative and not hitting all the way down is awesome. It's just something else. And something else I found was quite good on this one is we were really focusing on putting our chest out and our shoulders back, and that really helped isolate the shoulders. Instead of, you know, throwing a little bit of chest in there, a little bit of trap to try and help you up. There you go. It's just someone, I'm just talking to someone wanting to get some weights. I was just letting them get some, but they didn't want to. They didn't want to be on film. So there we go. Just getting those up. Arms looking pretty good as well there. Shoulders is one of my favourite body parts, probably because I've got quite good shoulders, I suppose, if I do say so myself. But it's because I feel like I just know how to really hit them hard and train them hard, and you can just keep hitting that burn and burn for ages. And then to finish off, it's not a huge shoulder session. I normally do a lot more with my shoulder session, but to be honest, it did feel great and my shoulders were really sore. So we're hitting it with the rear delts here. Only one thing for the rear delts here. Personally, I hit rear delts quite a lot actually. Some sessions I'll do a rear delt to start, then onto a normal delt exercise, then onto a rear delt, and I'll do a rear delt between every other shoulder exercise I do. But here it's only the one, the face pulls. And again, these were weird a bit because of the 4-second negative. I found maybe my traps were helping stabilize it on the negative a bit much. I did hit my rear delts, but I also felt like I was hitting my traps a bit here as well. And also I think it's because I changed the grip a little. It was advised to hold it this way with the fist pointing in, whereas I normally have my fist sort of on top a bit more. It's a bit confusing unless you can actually see it. I'll show that in another video. And that was that one done. Then we went on to the core, which was the ab rollouts. And this was killing, especially since you've done shoulders, and your shoulders are actually doing quite a bit of stabilizing work here. So I was getting as far as I could, as low as I could, and then every rep I think is a little less lower than the last. My abs were killing though. I thought I was going to pop a hernia on this one. So that's why we decided to call the core a little bit, because we had done abs the other day, we weren't healed, we were still sore, and I didn't want to strain. I didn't want to strain the muscle, especially because something like this, the core, like this pull, when you go a lot lower, it's a hell of a lot of strain, and just to contract and go back into the other position. So So, you know, you got to be strong on this. Go as far as you're capable. Try and push that a little bit more. Slow down the movement to make it work harder. But don't go blasting it out to the floor. You're going to either just fall down, which ain't too bad, or on the way up, you might just pull something a little bit. And then that one's done. That's that for this session. It's a real quick shoulder session. It did burn, like I said, and it was real good, and I got a nice pump on and all that sort of stuff. But my shoulder sessions are normally a lot longer than this. So check out the last video if you haven't seen that one. Please give this a like and a subscribe too if you haven't already. That would be really awesome. That is day 6. That's this week done. There are no more sessions for this week's session for the Y3T. I've decided I don't think I'm going to do many more Y3T videos because I'm just showing someone else's style of training here. I've shown you enough of that now over the last week. And I want to show you my own style of training. So in the next couple of weeks when I'm back on my own style of training, I'm going to be putting up my own videos. We'll make some tutorials, get all that stuff going on. So until next time, see you later.